oras.
Hindi! Okay lang naman. Oh.
33
Hindi gusto
na.
pa kayo sabihin.
How can we make it up to you?
Wala naman. Ano?
Pansit or something.
Okay. Sige.
Masarap yung pansit sa stories ni... Hindi ko nakalimutan yung pansit discussion eh.
Napadalaan mo ba?
Maghanap ako eh. Isabella kung ano. Tama. Meron akong alam.
Okay.
Yan.
Thank you once again. Great show. As always, what a duo. Parang magkapatid nga lang, di ba? Huli ka na, bilis na, nagmamadali. Ses and to Pauline, the big story. On our show on Play-by-Play, we've got World Boxing announcing a new policy check, plus the start of the PVL Invitational with the top 4 teams from the PVL on tour. What a treat for the fans!
Yes, and we've got Filipina triathlete Kira Ellis reflecting on her gold medal finish in the European Junior Cup.
That was awesome for the kid. I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Chaska Calao.
And here's tonight's Play-by-Play.
Ramiro, the show by Mamoy League, future move puts it on. Unbelievable. Gemma on the left side. Bakunas rejecting Espejo for the
World Boxing with a major rule change. Cheska, by next month, yes, fighters will be tested for their biological sex before competing. Well, the new policy will cover boxers over the age of 18. Take a look at your screens. Read it with us. They need to take a once-in-a-lifetime PCR test, or that's equivalent to a genetic test to determine their sex or gender, sex at birth, basically. World Boxing says national federations are responsible for confirming their athletes' certifications of sex, which must be submitted when registering prior to a competition. The policy will take effect this September already, just in time for the World Boxing Championships. The move comes a year after 2 fighters sparked controversy in the Olympic Games Paris 2024. Gold medalists Imane Khelif of Algeria and Lin Yuting of Chinese Taipei were both previously disqualified during the World Championships for failing to meet eligibility criteria. But the International Olympic Committee, or IOC, defended the two, saying that the boxers were just victims of a sudden decision and were disqualified without any due process.
Meantime, in volleyball, Vietnam will compete in the 2025 F5VB Women's World Championship without one of its brightest stars. Nguyen Thi Bich Thuyen has officially withdrawn from the global event set from August 22 to September 7 in Phuket, Thailand. The Vietnam Volleyball Federation confirmed Thuyen's decision, citing family and personal reasons. Still, the 25-year-old stressed that her choice was rooted in principle rather than competitiveness. She pointed to fairness and transparency issues in tournament regulations. Thuyen's remarks come amid reports of concerns raised over gender eligibility involving some Vietnamese players in past competitions. Without their leading scorer, world number 21 Vietnam faces a daunting Group G campaign. They opened their world stint against Poland on August 23. Then they will also face Germany and Kenya.
As for Las Filipinas women, well, they showed promise during their series of tune-up games against world number 11, the Dominican Republic, over the past week. Head coach Jorge Souza de Barrito expressed satisfaction with his team's progress. He said, and I quote, as you can see on your screens, tune-ups against the Dominican Republic were really good. Very good experience to see and feel the difference between 46 to 11. One thing to keep in mind, we are on the right way. The Brazilian tactician also added, and I quote, skills, physical, we are lacking for sure. But how much more international exposure that we can afford to our players is better for us. We need this kind of experience. End of quote. The Dominican Republic team arrived in Manila in mid-August. The tune-up games are part of their preparation for the 2025 FIVB Women's Volleyball World Championships that will be held in Thailand. For Alas women, the matches served as an important step in their build-up for the 2025 Southeast Asian Games happening in December, coincidentally also in Thailand.
Before their exhibition games against the Dominican Republic, Alas Pilipinas women wrapped up their campaign in the second leg of the Southeast Asian V-League. The team won their fourth consecutive bronze medal from the tournament. Starting lineup caught up with middle blocker Fifi Sharma, setter Mars Alba, and leg 2 best libero Justine Hazareno, with Kapitana Gia de Guzman co-hosting with Boom Gonzalez.
What is your mindset or mentality going into training every day and knowing that you're going to be surrounded by these types of players? How about you, Justin?
Siguro ko maging better lang each day. And syempre, additional nga na inspiration for me is yung baby ko na si Austin. So talagang parang gusto ko na everyday kung hanggang saan ko kaya, kung hanggang saan kaya ng skills ko na makipaglaban talaga. Yan.
Mars, ikaw, sa tanong ni Gia.
Siguro for me, excited ako lagi na pumunta ng training. Kasi, ayun nga, top players sa Philippines yung mga nandun. And sobrang excited ako kasi sa experience ko, sa duration ko sa training ng Alas, parang everyday may mga bago talagang natututunan natin. Kaya parang every morning, excited talaga akong pumunta sa training kahit hindi ako morning
Totoo
person.
yan, ha?
Sobrang totoo, hindi siya morning person.
Ganun ba? Is that what it is?
That's true.
Mostly naman ang training talaga is in the morning, di ba? Even with Lasal, ganun din kayo, hindi?
But not that early.
Oh, not that early. How about you, Fee? Are you know, with the tournaments that you've had already, meron pa bang time na medyo na-intimidate ka pa rin sa mga nakakasama mo? Or you're still really impressed with, you know, with everything that you've seen already so far?
Of course, especially this second time around, the second year ko sa Alas, a lot of people came in.
Oo
And
nga,
of course,
tama.
there's a certain pressure then as an athlete to, be better than you were last year. And I think this is added inspiration for me also because it gives me the drive to, push myself harder kasi I see players every day, the top players in the country na nakaka-train ko every day. And I think that's such a privilege to have as an athlete. And I just take that privilege to heart.
I'm sure you've already talked about the, how does it feel and all that. Pero ngayon na parang na-distansya mo na yung sarili mo from, why do you think did you get the award?
Ako rin, tatanong ko rin yung sa sarili ko eh. Siguro nag-pay off lang din talaga yung hard work. Na from the start na sobrang hirap na hirap ako na makabalik. And then ngayon nga na nakabalik na ako. Parang doon ko na-realize na hindi pa pala huli ang lahat. Na parang hindi pa ako doon magsastop. Yeah.
Mars, Fifi, nagulat ba kayo? You know this girl very well. You've played with her, you've won and lost championships with her. Did it surprise you? Or was it something you expected?
It was something we expected. Lalo na ako, even the first leg pa nga, I agree with you. Seeing how Justin works hard every day and how she performs every game. She gives her best kahit masubsub na siya sa
Kahit na mag-good.
Kaya when we heard it, na in-announce na galing Philippines yung libero, we were so happy. We were just cheering for her.
Oh, thank you.
As a middle blocker of Alas Pilipinas, what did you think you have to improve on in the long run?
I think one of the things that I focused on this time around was my agility and also my block reading. It's very important for a middle blocker. And of course, medyo na-intimidate ako because seeing the middle blockers from the other countries, they're very tall. And for a middle blocker, I'm not that tall. So I have to compensate by being faster and more agile. So I focused on that this leg, and I think I also drew inspiration from the opponents that we faced.
Mars, ikaw, other than the autograph, other than the picture and all that, what's a game that you can remember na sobrang masaya para sa'yo?
Siguro po for me yung leg 1 din na against Vietnam.
Okay.
Kasi wala talaga kaming expectations nung time na yon. And lagi ko kasi nire-remind yung mga kasama ko sa labas, if papasok kami or like hindi maganda yung nangyayari sa loob, ready kami lagi para pag pinasok, makakapag-perform. So, wala lang, nung time na yun, nag-enjoy lang talaga kami. Grabing enjoyment talaga. Yun lang po, kaya hindi ko po siya makakalimutan kasi nanalo po kami nung time na yun. Pero kasi grabe po si Tuyen talaga.
Why is it so emotional being part of Alas? Whenever I hear you guys here talk about your bond and all of that, why has that bond become so strong? Let's start with the newer ones. Anong napansin mo? Bakit nag-click yung mga bond ninyo as team members of Alas?
Siguro we're just open with each other na parang gusto namin yakapin yung naging responsibility na pagtawag sa amin sa national team. And then syempre, hindi naman kami magiging ganun kung ayaw namin na maging open sa isa't isa. So talagang tinanggap namin yung isa't isa ng buo.
I think I agree din na for us, Alas is a safe space because I feel like what connects us the most is our passion for volleyball and to improve the level of volleyball here in the country. So hard work is the norm during practice, you know, being super passionate about what you do is the norm during practice. Parang it's not weird. So I think we share that sort of thing in our lives na parang this is our life.
The PVL is back for the official start to its season. Updates on the Invitational Conference doubleheader next on Play by Play.
Welcome back to the show. You're still tuned in to play-by-play only here on One News. The Creamline Coal Smashers kicking off their PBL Invitational title defense with a hard-fought victory as the Coal Smashers needed 5 sets to turn back the Signal HD Spikers. What a game, man. Final score 22-25, 25-17, 22-25, 25-11, and 15-7 in the 5th set. After dropping the 3rd, Creamline came alive in the 4th, then raced to a 7-3 advantage in the decider behind reigning Invitationals MVP. That lady right there, MG, Michelle Gumabao Panlilio, of course, just recently got married. Eliza Valdez kept the pressure on with the key attacks before Gemma Galanza sealed the win with back-to-back points. Gumabaw led the way with 22 markers, including 4 kill blocks. Also added 15 excellent digs in a true two-way performance. The victory pushed Cream Lie to a 1-1 in the standings, while Signal slipped to 0-2, with results from the PVL on-tour semis carrying over.
Siguro, unang-una yung sa on-tour kasi na-sweep din kami ng first round, yung elimination, then nakabawi kami. Kasi ibang-iba na yung mga games, talagang nagkakakilala na. So tingin ko yung naging advantage namin yung experience din ng team. Yun yung pinakamalaking advantage ngayon sa invitational. Especially team total effort yung nangyari ngayon. Kahit nag 5 sets. Number 1 yung determination ng team lagi. Especially pag senior yung kalaban. And I think every point naman talaga napaka-competitive ng bawat isa sa cream line. Siguro, yun lang naman yung nangyayari. Siyempre yung breaks, hindi mawawala, napupunta sa amin. Pero, medyo pagkalaban namin yung Signal, talagang napakagandang laban. Siguro yung mga players excited din talaga kalaban yung Signal kasi all out din sila. Talagang binibigay din nila talaga yung 110% nila. I think yun lang, siguro yung breaks na sa amin palagi. Thankful kami lagi lang.
I think yung best lesson na lang talaga namin ngayon is yung 5-set game na panalo kami because last season yung parehong 5-set game namin talo. So, it's good na maramdaman ulit namin yung pressure ng 5-set game. Umpisa pa lang, andun yung pressure, nandun na di kami pwede mag-relax, na kahit maganda yung naging takbo ng mga past games namin, kailangan pa rin namin magtiyaga dahil panibagong season to, and hindi talaga kami pwede sumabay sa galaw ng kalaban namin. I think yun yung naging isa sa mga naging pace namin kanina. Nawawala kami sa pacing, sa sarili namin pace ng laro. So, kailangan lang talaga namin ma-overcome yung palo lang ako, sige, palo lang ako. Wala na sa utak ko talaga pag may bola, palo na lang talaga. Hindi ko na iniisip kung saan, kung pag nakita ko, basta habang may power pa. So, sabi ni coach, wala pa tayong pagod, sige, palo lang. So, every time mabigyan lang talaga ng opportunity, nandun pa rin talaga yung endurance naman siya, yung power namin sa game. So kahit 5th set pa yan, talagang hindi kami pwede magpakita ng pagod. So yun lang yung ginawa ko pagdating sa 5th set. And syempre, nagtiwala lang din ako sa mga teammates ko na kaya namin to, na kaya namin makuha yung point dahil hindi rin naman ako makaka-point kung hindi rin kami magtutulong-tulong sa loob.
Meantime, the PLDT high-speed hitters repeat over the Cherry Tigo crossovers, this time in the PVL Invitational. The high-speed hitters showed no signs of a championship hangover 4 days after beating the crossovers in the on-tour final. But this time, they needed just 3 sets instead of 5 to get the win. Final score 25-16, 25-14, and 25-20. Alas Pilipinas players Alea Malaluan and Jen Nierva made their return for PLDT and Cherry Tigo respectively. And Malaluan shined for the high-speed hitters with 11 points and 13 excellent digs. Just last Sunday, PLDT beat Cherry Tigo in a match that went the distance to score the championship in the PVL on tour.
Well, the PVL will have a new challenger in the 2025 Invitational. That's after Japanese team Kurashiki Ablaze abruptly withdrew from the tournament due to an alleged compliance violation by its coach. In a statement, team officials said Coach Hideo Suzuki is under investigation for a serious violation. The club has suspended all activities until the matter is resolved. With Kurashiki out, the PVL scrambled to fill the 6th spot in its field. Farm Fresh was initially offered the slot, but then declined, saying they weren't ready for another conference. Stepping in instead, the Zeus Coffee Thunderbells, which finished 6th in the recently concluded PVL on tour. The Thunderbells now get a chance to test themselves against some of the league's best, as well as Japan's Kobe Shinhwa University.
In the PBA, Barangay Ginebra San Miguel's Aljon Mariano is looking forward to facing former teammate and new Magnolia head coach L.A. Tenorio. Mariano says Manila Clasico is going to hit different now that Latiniente is on the opposing side. He also expects a higher level of competition in the much-awaited match. Mariano says Tenorio left a huge gap after his transfer. Mariano was drafted by Ginebra in 2015 and had been teammates with Tenorio since. They've won 7 PBA titles together. Tenorio was named head coach of Magnolia last month, replacing longtime mentor Chito Victolero. Here's Mariano talking about seeing his old teammate coaching Ginebra's rival team.
Every day talagang sobrang ma-inspire kapag nakikita mo siya na nagpa-practice, lalo na po naglalaro. So, ayun yung malaking bagay na mawawala sa amin. Then, for him naman na naging coach na, syempre, proud kami kasi, proud ako kasi, syempre, maganda naman yung nakita natin na results na naging coach siya sa Gilas, and then eventually madadala niya rin sa Magnolia yung ano niya, yung attitude niya, tsaka yung talaga winning mindset talaga everyday. Siyempre, yung brotherhood kasi nandun pa rin. Hindi naman mawawala yun, and then sobrang fresh pa. So, ayun, siguro yung masaya na competition na alam mo na masaya din siya sa ginagawa niya, tapos masaya rin niya. Kailangan pakita kami na go for the win pa rin kami, pero ayun, proud pa rin kami sa kanya.
Coming up, Filipina triathlete Kira Ellis reflects on her gold medal run in the European Junior Cup in Riga, Latvia. The details and more when Play-by-Play returns here on One News.
You're still watching Play-by-Play only here on One News. You know what time it is. Time for the highlight reel, but this time, in honor of NBA superstar John Wall's career, we've got the highlights from the only year that he won the slam dunk contest. That was back in 2014. John Wall and some of his fellow competitors, of course, Wall was the first Washington Wizard to win the slam dunk contest. Roll it! Unahin na natin kagad. Ito, freestyle portion. Terrence Ross, John Wall, up, Ooh, the windmill there with the lava off the bounce and then the windmill. Actually, nagiinit pa siya dito. By the way, one of the judges was Dominic Wilkins, the human highlight film. And the windmill, of course, as we all know, dun sa mga bata, mga hindi na alam, watch it on YouTube. Back in the 80s, that was one of his favorite dunks. With power naman yun, si Dominic Wilkins of the Atlanta Hawks back then. Okay, next up. Ito naman, we got someone from the West. Damian Lillard, believe it or not. Dahil nakilala na si Lillard, for 3. Ito, nag-slam dunk contest siya 2014. Off the bounce. Ooh, East Bay. Wow, showcasing his hops. As I said, he was joining the three-point contest from Dame Time. Okay, up next, defending champ at that time, Terrence Ross. At that time, he was with the Raptors. Ayun, off the... Kay Drake ba yun? O, parang si Drake yun. And look at his teammates, Paul George, John Wall, cheering on. And as we know, Drake, big Toronto with that dunk. Okay, eto naman, susunod. Punta tayo kay Paul George when he was PG 24 with the Pacers. Ooh, what a move there. Reverse 360 between the legs, and even the players loving that. Kinulang sa power, but still, that was tough to do from PG. A young Paul George onto you.
Before we go, Filipina triathlete Kira Ellis literally turned her comeback into gold after winning the European Junior Cup in Riga, Latvia. Before her gold medal performance, Ellis had to overcome a shin injury she sustained last February. In a social media post, Ellis shared she was debating with her coaches weeks before the tournament if she's ready to compete. Her team was particularly uncertain in the running category, the third and last leg of the triathlon. Ellis was just happy to get on the start line again, not knowing what's in store for her. She knew she had a shot at the podium based on her swim and bike training, but said she didn't put too much pressure on herself. In the end, the race became a special memory for Ellis as she found her way to the top a day before her 19th birthday. Ellis completed the 750-meter swim, 22-kilometer bike, and 5-kilometer run in 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 7 seconds. She emerged on top of the 16-woman field. After an impressive campaign, Ellis is now setting her sights on another gold at the Southeast Asian Games in Thailand in December. Ellis was part of the aquathlon mixed team relay that ruled the 2023 Cambodia SEA Games.
Congratulations, Kira Ellis. Wow.
Yes.
Come back into gold, European Junior, Riga, Latvia. Happy for the kid. I've been seeing her post. And she's just really focused, laser focused. As you can see, talagang in the highlights, she really wanted to win this one, Check. And congratulations to her. And that's all from us tonight. Catch us again tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. for a play-by-play of today's top sports stories.
Play-by-play is on One News. That's Signal TV Channel 8 on SD and Channel 250 on HD. We are also available on Signal Play and Pilipinas Live.
Madre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Calao. Thank you for watching. Good night.